Hey everyone, Shiv here. So today we're going to be taking a look at the L-Knight New Hunter. This is a new deck that popped up on Hearthstone. It's on the front page. Got a lot of votes to it. So I went and took a look at it because, you know, hey, it's claiming legendary status, and I love looking at seeing what's getting there and then laughing my ass off. Alright, so I took a look at this. I was like, okay, it's like your pretty standard mid-range. But then I saw some teching in there that was actually kind of interesting. An Azure Drake, that's something you don't generally see. A Khazan Mystic in a Hunter deck is almost sacrilegious, but hey, it works. But then the one thing that really jumps out at me is Snipe. This is a really great tech in this meta, if you think about it, alright? Right now, mages are running rickshaw with Flamewakers. I know, because I have a very popular deck that does it. And yeah, so Snipe actually adds a new element of denial, which makes this mid-range hunter a little bit more interesting. Now, we're going to go over the cards, but I just want to point out here, Snipe's also good against a lot of other minions that are out there. Azure Drakes being one, that Volcanic Drake, the Corruptor, oh yes, and Grim Patron. But most likely what you're going to catch with this is going to be a Warsong Commander. So let's never overlook that fact. But hey, if you can kill the Warsong Commander, guess what? They can't pull off their combo right away. They're going to have to wait a turn. And as you've noticed, with the exception of a few minions here, not a lot of this is going to trade very favorably with Grim Patrons. So let's go over this. Alright, so we've got Hunter's Mark, because it's a staple and it's great for taking out big-ass shit. Abusive Sergeant, kind of an aggro tool that works very well here for trade-up value. Web Spinner, because it's a mid-range deck, and Web Spinner and mid-range go hand in hand. Freezing Trap, again, another mid-range staple. Quick Shot. This I found really interesting. It's like basically adding Dark Bombs and Frostbolt standing deck that had access to those, so I like the inclusion here. You'll never get the secondary value out of it. I hate to break that to you. You never will. Alright. Snipe, because Grim Patron exists. Alright. Haunted Creeper, pretty much standard. Helps power the kill commands, which are also in this deck. Ironbeak Owl, because silence is great. Mad Scientist, to get a reduction for your secrets, thus applying a lot more power synergy with the Eaglehorn Bow. Animal Companion, because it's always Huffer. Kill Command, because we're hunters. Why the fuck not? Alright, Khazan Mystic. This one was a little bit of a strange tech, but when I started thinking about it, what's really popular in the meta right now? And what we're seeing is Hunter and Mage. Hugely popular. But there's like 3 to 4 different Mage variants out there. There's the Flamewaker Tempo Mage, which has a couple different core value sets for them. You've got your Freeze Mage, and then you've got this more traditional mid-range Mage that uses, I kid you not, the Water Elementals. Because the Water Elementals are a really great tool. They use this in combination with Duplicate, which can make a hunter's life a living hell. Alright? They get that down there and they're already going on your face, you've already lost. Okay? If you see a secret down, and they have a water elemental, I guarantee you this, it's a duplicate. Do not kill it. Put up a taunt wall. Let him kill himself into it. Put up a freezing trap. Do that. Do not kill it. Because him having like a huge supply of water elementals against a hunter who really is dependent on that weapon to eke out that damage is a really bad thing. So don't kill it. Let him kill himself. Alright. Let's see, Khazan Mystic, like I said, great tool, encountering everything you're seeing out there. Piloted Shredder, it's a great 4-drop, why not? Azure Drake, this one's a really interesting tech. It can actually be used to increase the damage output of Snipe, and I've seen this done, and I've done it myself. People have been claiming to have killed Emperor Thurzan with it as soon as it hit the board. That is like total YOLO swag right there. But yeah, other than that, it's definitely a really cool tool. I've used it in late game play to just burn 8 damage right off my opponent's face with double quick shots, which allowed me to win against a control warrior. Alright. Low with them because, you know, druids, rogues, insert asshole that plays spells here. Alright. Sludge Belcher because defensive options are kind of a core of a mid-range deck. And the High Mane. High Mane is actually a really versatile minion. It used to be super strong against warriors, but thanks to like Deathspite and all their other little gimmicks now, his value has come down a little bit, but not much. He's still a badass. He's still something that people are going to flip out about. Even when you kill him, he's still got the 2/2s you got to deal with. So, hell yeah. 2, 2, 2, 2. You get the point. Alright, so that's the breakdown of the deck. Let's take it in action. Now, like I said, initially playing this deck, I was like, oh my god, the matchups are terrible. I'm getting horrible hands. And then, you know, I played it for a bit. And by a bit, I mean 25 games. And I started actually feeling the deck out a lot more, knowing when to hold, when to play things, when to go for a little bit more of an aggressive start, when to go for a less aggressive start. It's a very interesting balancing point. Alright. Sadly, we actually have to keep the Abusive Sergeant, because most likely that's getting played turn 1. Alright.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Alright. We're going to put this down just to get a secretive play and hope we get our Eagle Horn Bow next. The downside is we might get the same one we already have in our hand. That kind of seems bad, but not really when you consider. Alright. So instead, we're going to opt to do the following. Now this is most likely a freeze mage deck, which means we have to play it a little bit different. And we're going to be trying to cycle to get to our Kazan Mystic, just so we can possibly pull off that ice block at the end. And in theory, that's what we're going to try to do.
To my side!
What to do? What to do?
Now, if this is a freeze mage, we might be looking at a Nova right now. Nope. Wow. Instead, we are going to just go big. We actually have no incentive to trade to face. He's got 9 cards in hand. He'll have 10 here in a minute. He might actually play a giant too, ladies and gentlemen. That would be kind of funny. He could heal up right now. That would bring him back up to, like, say, 26 if he's got the anti killbot.
What to do? What to do?
Alright. So So next turn, he's probably going to be using a Flame Strike. Sad truth. So, first of all, let's go ahead and burn him. Incoming Flame Strike in 5, 4, 3. Though Flame Strike really doesn't work too well for him here. So that's probably Ice Block. Which means we're going to have to go boom to boom to boom. I mean, there's other ways we can do it too.
What to do? What to do?
Interesting. We really need to pull that Kazan Mystic. We pull that Kazan Mystic, that changes everything for us. Mind you, he probably is running 2, so... Alright. Giants. This is actually a very old Freeze Mage deck. And freeze. Alright. Well, because we can... Really need to get that Kazan Mystic. Alright. That's a good choice. Alright. Now he's definitely setting up for the Flame Strike. And then from the Flame Strike, just going to walk right in. Alright. So we're going to... I'm going to let him know that, by the way, I am killing one of your giants. Really would love Kazan Mystic right about now. Really would love Kazan Mystic. So he'll trade this one in. He still doesn't have a Flame Strike, or else he would have used it. Because he would have wiped all of that out. He could have traded in with this one. Hit me face 8. Alright. Bam. Very nice. Okay.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Fools!
To my side!
It's Huffer! So... does he have the spells for it? Does he have the Alexstrasza? He's got the Emperor Thurzan, which we can't allow to live. Right? Mm-hmm. Nope. So
Sever my wrath.
oh, we need a Kazan Mystic. If he's got Pyroblast, we're done. Because it'd be 9 mana. There's so many things that kill us right now.
What to do? What to do?
You could concede. That would make my life happy. Or you'll probably play Ice Block and hit me for some damage. Kazan Mystic, Kazan Mystic, Kazan Mystic. Yeah, he's setting up for... Really? Right.
Time runs out on me.
We draw the Kazan Mystic. It's a 1 in 15 chance, ladies and gentlemen. And we win.
The light does not discriminate.
Well played.
Well played.
And that is the deck. It is actually quite a fun deck. This is my 3rd win streak with it, actually. Mind you, I did drop from like 8 down, but now coming back up. So it does take a little bit to get used to. If you've been playing other decks, it takes a little bit of time to switch your mind around to it. But it is a little kind of self-explanatory when you just look at it. Alright? Hunter's Mark did really good at taking out things. The Abusive Sergeant actually played really crucial in that match to taking out that giant. Alright? Really was crucial there. The fact that we were able to go toe-to-toe with a Freeze Mage. This is one of the harder decks to actually beat. Says a lot. Now, I will say the Freeze Mage didn't get the Alexstrasza on curve, which thank God for that. But we were able to just hold through, keep on pushing, and get the win. And in all honesty, the games that I've been playing with it, I've been getting a lot of them like that. You won't get a lot of these like overly dominant, you know, rush like you would with traditional hunters. But this is definitely a deck for grinding out that win. It's a thinking man's hunter deck. Alright? It's a thinking man hunter's deck. So anyway, that's all for this video. If you like these videos, please like, subscribe. And until next time, may RNGesus bless you. And oh yes, the deck and everything will be down in the description. Peace.